Dr. Spatafora, how has increased sophistication of exports in both goods and services contributed to economic growth?
Overall, the key to growth, rising productivity, rising living standards is to be able to move over time into higher quality, higher value-added goods and services. And in particular, it's becoming clear that not all goods and services are the same. So some products offer greater scope for learning by doing, and also some products offer greater potential to transition over time into other, even more sophisticated products. And one way to think of it is that product space is not completely homogeneous. There are heterogeneities, and some sectors, some industries are better connected to other industries. And this does mean in some cases you may get stuck into an undesirable development pattern, while in other cases success may breed on success.
How does the composition and evolution of the export baskets of high-income and fast-growing economies differ from those of low-income countries in sub-Saharan Africa?
One thing we've noticed in our research is that overall, many of the most successful economies have been very dynamic. They have continued moving into new products over time. They have moved away from primary unprocessed agricultural goods into more processed goods, so from raw timber into processed timber, and from that into manufactures, within manufacturing, from the lower productivity sectors into higher productivity sectors. For instance, from textiles and apparel into machinery. And over time, some economies have been moving into modern services, for instance, business services or financial services, taking advantage of the increasing tradability of services. Unfortunately, many low-income countries, including many in sub-Saharan Africa, appear to have been cut off from these trends. In fact, in much of sub-Saharan Africa, there seems to be a rather static structure to production and to exports, and very slow move toward the industrialization and the increasing reliance on unprocessed primary products.
What are the most important prerequisites for developing sophisticated exports of goods and services?
Well, that's a pretty fundamental question. Overall, our research suggests that an appropriate macroeconomic policy is important, so avoiding overvaluation, which can discourage entry into new dynamic sectors. Education is also very important. It's important for manufacturers. It's even more important for entry into modern, sophisticated services. Trade liberalization and generally a liberalized economy is an important factor. Again, a more liberalized economy is more likely to see entry into the new dynamic sectors. It's more likely to see such sectors expanding over time. And well, there are no magic bullets. Those could be a useful first checklist for many low-income countries.
Thank you very much, Dr. Spatafora.
Pleasure.